If you're a writer who's in need of a little inspiration, or a reader who's just curious about the writing process, then here's a place for you. Hello, welcome to another installment. Yes, just reading from my poetry collection, A Brief Encounter of Consciousness, Affairs of the Soul. So today I'm going to be reading Adventures of Ombark and the Maiden. Do you know what? It's funny. I've had the tune, just to divert a minute, I've had the tune Button Moon in my head for the last sort of 20 minutes or so. Does anybody remember Button Moon? Are we old enough to remember Button Moon? Remember, I am 51 years young. Okay, so I definitely do remember Button Moon. But it was just such a nice, peaceful theme tune, wasn't it? Button Moon. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to say that because it was in my head. Okay, right. So yes, this poem it's kind of satirical, or is meant to be, and it's definitely in verse, this one, and I just had the idea of just I was just, thinking about, a maiden who was quite prim and proper, and, this sort of non-human, like, almost like a little hobbit being, sort of, very well principled, not enjoying the fact that she's spraying toxic odours in the air, and all she cares about is vanity and not the environment. And then, in the end she's like, oh, not thought of that, But anyway, so here we are, the adventures of Ombark and the Maiden. Ombark was one, and once did he sit upon the bark. Sorry, let me start that again, because I've got that wrong. Okay. Ombark was one, and once did he sit upon a bark with the birds and bees. He met a fine maiden and asked her why she sprayed her pretty scent in the open clean sky. The maiden was shocked, threw back her golden locks, turned to Ombark and said, "Dear man, I'm a lady. I spray myself daily to keep fresh and clean." Ombark replied, "Have you no pride?" The maiden said, "What do you mean?" "Spraying your odours in nature's fine fragrance simply just won't do." "I hadn't thought of that," said the maiden. Ombark whispered, "That's obviously true." Okay, there we go. The Adventures of Ombark and the Maiden. Okay, love that one. All right, bear with me. So, I'm going to do a second one because it is very, very short. And again, it was just one of those things that I was just ended up thinking about, and just kind of just exploring it in my mind. And then it just made me want to write a poem. But this one's very short, and pardon the pun, because it's about pink marshmallows. Very sweet. Short and sweet. Okay, so here we go. Pink marshmallows. Don't know what all this jazz hand business is about today. Okay, here we go. Essence so sweet and Moorish, sliding through the tunnel of taste. Small and squidgy, soft and sticky, melting sensation. Pink, powdery pink. Okay, so that is it for today. Short and sweet. and I'll see you next time. Take it easy. Bye.